will we get to Mars? And if so, how? Most likely we advance in rocket science and we fly there. But how about the stars? They are so far away, and the traditional rocket engines is not even close enough to get us there. Before the future us. Get there before us, at least. It will take years upon years to get to the closest star system, Alpha Centauri. And if we, by a miracle, can travel at the speed of light, it will take 4 years to arrive there anyway. Another way of traveling is arguably teleportation. If you are born in the 80s like me, you might remember one movie, The Fly. This movie still holds up today, and in it we follow a scientist, played by Jeff Goldblum. In the movie he has developed a teleporting device, and it all works fine, but as soon as a tiny fly wanted to test the machine at the same time, it all ended up, well, badly. Now his machine worked so that it separated all the molecules from one end and then assembled it on another. But this time, since both of them were in the capsule, the machine merged both the scientist and the fly.
That's disgusting.
And the result could not have been worse. Scientists today don't really expect this to work in that way. Instead, through another way. Copying. And as copying our molecules might sound more feasible, I assure you, it has its downsides as well. What if you copy yourself on Mars? Then who is the real you? The one on Earth will witness the copy on Mars and know that it's a copy, while the one on Mars will feel like it's been transferred from Earth, and perhaps, assuming something went wrong, also convinced he is the original. This game let us experience this effect from all ends. Welcome to Soma, a game created by Frictional Games, who also made games like Amnesia and Penumbra, and they are really good at making horror games. You guys asked me too much and I actually played it.
Welcome to Amnesia, boys. I know I'm about a year late, but I did not know there was a competition. I was gonna play back then, but I forgot. And regarding the game, I'm not entirely sure if I remember like what it's about. But if it's anything like the old ones that I never played, then it's supposed to be very frightening. And you know what they say about Amnesia? Well, I forgot. But there's a joke there somewhere.
But it's not all about horror. I'm not saying the story in those games are bad or non-existent, because they for sure have some deep lore to immerse yourself within. But we do play these games for the eerie feeling or for the jump scares, not necessarily for the hidden amazing lore. And even if Soma is a game along those lines, Soma is different. Experiencing this game gives you more than that. And the horrible actions and decisions you will face is not due to any of the monsters, even if they are very scary. In Soma you play as the protagonist Simon Jarrett, a troublesome man who don't know how to handle daily chores. He also have nightmares since a car accident he caused not long ago. And due to that, he lost his girlfriend, and he still bleeds in his brain due to that accident. The game starts with us waking up in our apartment, And by looking around, we can get a feeling for who Simon really is. As we scour through our belongings, we can see that he likes to take pictures.
Ooh. Mapping Minds, Albert Isaacson. Widely praised as one of the most comprehensive yet accessible texts about the anatomy. I'm gonna stop reading now. Oh, here we go.
Which will have a nice throwback later. But it also shows that he might be a photographer of some sort. Old posters on the wall, a quite messy kitchen, indicates that he lives day by day. We also see books that likely filled his evening before.
This is the best book ever. Mark and Diana Miller has finally caught a break. They managed to save up enough money to take the family on.
And removing the shades, meet you with a beautiful day outside within a living city. Once we find the tracer fluid we need to drink, we are then on our way to Dr. Munchie.
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it.
I meant Mr. Munchie. He will try and localize the remaining issue that Simon still have in his brain with a new technology, recently approved, I think. It strikes us weird, but we do not arrive at a hospital, instead at a place in renovation.
Are you kidding me? Is this a hospital?
It's apparent that Munchie is renting this for his invention, and he is struggling with finances perhaps. His office and workplace is just like this procedure, new, untested, and not actually ready for launch.
What happened here? Like, take this? Is this the way in? Are we doing the operation up here?
Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah.
What?
It's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg.
You're not a
We hope to
doctor?
design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you.
But you're not a
did
doctor.
You, take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great.
Unfortunately, I
Well,
did,
we can
yeah.
start whenever you're ready.
Oh, I think I changed my mind. If you're not a doctor, man. Is that my brain? Is that something else? Dude, really? Look at this. What if you like stumble upon some stuff here and I just die?
After changing our mind a couple of times and really questioning our medical insurance, you sit down in the chair and a picture is taken. If you don't want any spoilers from this game, then I suggest you to close your eyes, turn down the sound all the way. Don't worry, I will tell you when you can turn the volume back up again. Okay, now we can continue.
Okay.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Cheesy. That's a hell of a camera, man.
Welcome to Upsilon. Remember what we talked about in the beginning. You might think you woke up in a different world and no one would blame you. The one less maintained computer room is now a dark, cold, lonely place. Munchie is gone and the stress is slowly creeping up on you. This is anything but relaxing. Frantically you try to make sense of this, and this is where the adventure really starts. As you look for a way out or a way to anywhere.
What is all this? Is this a dead guy? Doesn't have a head, so I think he's dead. So mushrooms and headless people. I think we need to go to that computer in the beginning. Dude, it's darker now. It's even more dark than it was before. Now it's the darkest.
Here is where you unknowingly take your first life.
What is this? I can touch this, right? Yeah, I'm supposed to do something. Let's remove this.
I need it.
What?
Why?
As you try to make sense of what actually happened, you hear a much needed voice. This is Catherine.
Oh, what is it? What's happening? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Upsilon, what's going on?
I have no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably in a thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here.
Now you don't feel as lonely anymore, and you try to make sense of it all, asking where you are and how to get out, but the radio's crackling too much for any clear answers, so it is time to meet up with Catherine. After all, she definitely knows more about this situation than you, and Simon cannot wait to meet another human. Dodging a big robot that definitely wasn't maintained recently, you end up at your first big decision in the game. As you noticed, the game demands you to reroute powers and turn levels and push buttons and solve puzzles and more to get additional accesses. And this time, the level that powers the door that you need to enter gives away a horrible scream.
What? What? Oh, can I can. Oh, I can.
I'm really hurt.
Oh shit, I didn't see you, man.
Say hello to Carl Semken, a robot that firmly and adamantly believes that he is a human, and now the power you turned is going right through him. Pleading in his agony, he asks you to please turn it off. It might seem hopeless. You need to turn that power to advance, and Carl's unfortunate accident makes him unable to move. But you have three options: turn it off and be unable to get any further, or let the power flow through him long enough for him to become a vegetable and then progress, or you could turn off his power, killing him in the process. No, there's actually a fourth option. You can't leave it on, as you in panic tells him you will go and get help, and as you hurry past the door, all options faded away.
Okay. Okay. Hold on then. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. God, I got you, man. Oh shit. Hey. Oh my gosh, I can't listen to this. I'll be right back, okay? I think you will be fine. Alright.
You made it, but Carl Semken is still there. Alone. In pain. After you sneaked past another not-so-friendly robot, you finally find Catherine. Your whole body might want to rush over and give her a hug, releasing the stress and finally see some hope in the situation. But the situation could not be worse, because Catherine is a robot too.
Simon, right here.
Yes, I see you. Yeah, there's like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, miss? Like, yeah, I see you. You don't see me. Okay, cool. It's like I just don't know what to do. Okay, I'm trying to.
I'm right next to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I'm right here. All right. Oh no, I thought I could do something. Is there anything I can do for you? How do we talk?
I'm right next to you.
Yes, I see. Okay, so let me see. Oh man, I have to cut everything here.
And when I say two, you might already be thinking about the elephant in the room. Are you a robot? As we will experience and understand, is that when we were scanned, we were not transferred. We were copied. From the first day with Mr. Munchie, we was copied. Simon Jarrett most likely went home that day, lived a few months, unaware of what he started. Unfortunately, Simon passed away during his brain damage later, and now, somehow, you was uploaded as, well, Simon too. So here we are, slowly realizing that you and Catherine is not so different after all, but you still feel human, just like Carl Semken. Yeah, he's still there. As you process these facts, you and Catherine start to get along, and you help her by being uploaded to a tool ship that you will carry around. Now she can't speak through it, but you will truly enjoy the times when you can connect her to a computer and continue your electric conversations.
Seems like the WoW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Are you talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WoW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like...
Catherine was a worker on these stations, and after a terrible catastrophe, basically a meteor hit and destroyed the planet. Now she worked on a virtual reality world within a computer, a world where humans could upload themselves and live, just like before the destruction. This she called the Ark. It sounds all well and good, and we of course asked Catherine if we can get on the Ark, and we can. We just need to find it first. Luckily the Ark is still on Earth, but it was meant to be shot out into space, collecting photons from the stars to keep it active. This way, it could last for thousands of years, even longer. And luckily for Simon, it's not been sent away yet. Through the journey you run across Robin Bass, a disappointed robot that thinks that she is in the Ark already.
Wait. Am I already here?
Hello?
Who is that? Mark?
No, we haven't met before.
Is this the Ark?
I think we're safe.
Oh, I was so worried something had gone wrong.
What's your name?
Robin Bass. Theta Field Service Technician.
Nice to meet you, Robin.
Unable to move, she is trapped on the seafloor, talking about how this is not what she thought it would be. And of course she's keep wondering where everyone else is. Now you have another decision to make. Turn her off or just leave her. It sounds harsh, but maybe she don't have it that bad. And who knows, someone else might stumble upon her in the future, and maybe. Yeah, I really don't know, but who are we to decide? I know that I just left her there, alone. Just like Carl Semken. Man, I really can't stop thinking about that guy. When we need a special security key later in the game, we need to play with a man's life. Meet this handsome fella, Brandon Wan. This guy is safely on the Ark, but that's not the issue. The fact that we need to basically wake him up from his saved files, only to get a code to then turn him off again, is what makes this a very weird experience. Cause to him, he basically just got scanned, and everything we put him through is what he experienced after.
I need to try the beach too. It's not gonna work. You probably need a module too.
That wasn't so bad. It's from
Yeah, that looks weird.
Bastard. What?
Oh man.
How did I get here?
Welcome back, Mr. Wan.
Dr. Chun, is that you? What happened? What is this place?
Listen, I really need your help. I need the new security cipher.
Dr. Chun? I hear your voice, but there's no one here. There's no one
Ah.
here.
We need someone.
In a way, we are playing with his life. Just imagine if someone just closed Simon Jarrett's life right now. Simon would cease to exist. It does not make it easier when we need to upload Brandon a few times, run through his personal belongings to finally find a weakness. Alice. By using Alice, the horrors are over and we get the security key, and we turn Brandon off for the last time. To enter the abyss, we need a new suit. The ones that we currently use is not suited for those very high pressures, and the Dunbat that we tried to use was a dead end. And that was apparent when he talked and left.
It's gonna be a combination. And I'm gonna... Did he talk? Did that guy leave without us? Oh my god. I gotta tell Catherine.
Now, if you want another example on what's really going on with everyone here, this might clear it up. We need a bigger suit, but to get it, we need to copy us again. But this time, the copy is also here. So what now? The character I played recently was Simon 2, and now I am Simon 3. So what will happen to Simon 2?
What's up, Catherine?
Is this Omicron? Everything is so basic, so limited.
Sure is.
I hope it's not the Omnitool falling apart. Okay, we need to find you a power suit.
I bet it's
You know,
not.
so we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda.
You think we'll find one that fits me? I mean, I'm kind of in a suit already.
We found a suit with an already dead body inside.
I guess you're right.
Sounds
what about
tasty.
the WoW? What makes you think it'll play along?
Oh, nice.
This is crazy.
Don't worry, it'll work.
Yeah. And a battery. And some structure
Make sure it's
gel.
all bunched together with the structure gel connecting all the parts. Alright, try activating the suit from the terminal.
It also makes it easy to get in. So this is gonna be interesting because how do I? Oh,
Go sit in the pilot seat.
so okay, so I'm gonna go in here, and they're gonna, transport my beautiful
Stop messing
brain.
around and sit down in the pilot
I'm just
seat.
explaining to the viewers my beautiful brain into this one, or maybe in this one. Maybe it's here and down here, and then it's gonna go into the D, into this one, into this machine here, and I'm going to be transferred over there. That's what's gonna happen.
Sorry about any discomfort. This should be over soon.
But what actually happens
With the most
to this one, though?
expensive camera in the world.
You know, Indian stock photos would steal their soul.
In this case, they'd be right.
Alright. It's gonna be interesting.
Of course, you have choice.
Like, am I dying now then? Like the last one? Does that have a memory, or?
You can leave him, or you, or terminate him, which is you. And unless you think about it, it might seem easy. Just kill Simon 2 and move on. And in that way you are right. He will not have a fun time here anyway, forever, with no hope. But I mean, what if, as we copy us, we would have woke up Simon 2? What if we had no controls over Simon 3? And what if Simon 3 could make the choices? Would you also then agree that you would be the one terminated? I mean, you was the one who made all the work so far. Would you not feel that you are entitled to continue?
What's gonna happen to him?
He'll sleep for a while, a few days.
And then what? Wake up in this fucking nightmare again? All alone? So cruel.
Well, what do you want me to do with him? Make friends? Let him know that we have to leave him behind when we go into the abyss?
What if he didn't need to wake up?
You do that?
Oh my god. This is just like before. So, in the beginning, he didn't die. He lived on, right? For a couple of years, I guess. No, he died, right? Yeah, he died like a month or two after. And then there was no Simon for a long time until they booted me up. And now I did just the same thing again. So basically, if he wakes up, he will be like, dude, this didn't work. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. Oh, this is horrible. There's a question, like, will I leave him and he will wake up, right? And he would be like, oh my god, I'm all alone. Like, I'm here. Like, hey, Catherine, where are you? And Catherine would not be here. And it's just a monster and he has no way to be helped ever. So he would be stuck here forever. Or I kill him. But then he will also never see the Ark. But he will still never see the Ark, right?
The question haunted me through half of this game. I simply could not stop thinking about it. I did turn Simon 2 off, because I could not have it in me to leave him, just like I did Carl Semken. I have to talk a bit about ambience. Simon in the game is breathing but he's not alive. From what I've gathered, we do not use air. And right here, with all the knowledge we now have, traversing the bottom of the ocean, we clearly hear us breathe once again. Not only is this an eerie feeling, but also it makes the atmosphere tense. The underwater currents and the less than no visuals makes this almost impossible.
Look at my flashlight. Oh my god. Power switch for power. I didn't get any power. I will cut everything here.
Luckily they have lights to follow, so just try to keep an eye open. You don't want to run into this sweet nightmare. Crabs and spiders are all over the tunnels, and even the smaller fishes attack you. This ocean is almost as scary as the real one. We eventually, due to a naked monster, enter the WoW. It's right here in a room, looking just like everything else that we encountered through our adventure. This is the very thing that makes the world as we know it alive, and this might be the only way new life will emerge on this planet, and we are prompted to kill it. And not only does that seem suspicious, but it also feels like the right thing to do. Then yet, just like the broken ship that we repaired with the structure gel, the WoW might repair the world. It was way too curious to see if the game ended if I destroyed it, so that's what I did.
Yeah, so if there's no human left, maybe I can save the horses.
Back off, okay?
Maybe I do it. Yeah, maybe I do it.
Another big scary thing later, we arrive to a different environment. This is a place of hope. And here is where we find Catherine's body. She got killed because there was a dispute regards to launch the Ark or not at the end.
We can launch it later.
No, that wasn't the deal. We made it to save them, to launch it. Out there, it's hope.
Oh
Down
no.
here, it's a fucking terrarium waiting to die with the rest of us.
Now we do load the Ark, and it's time to finally upload Simon and Catherine for a life among the stars. Remember we talked about Simon too, who has the right to live on. Now this time, it's time to experience it different.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this one. But pilot seats are notoriously easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Notoriously easy. So what? Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Very simple. Very easy. Yeah, that was actually very easy. Where am I supposed to put this? There we go. Oh, nice. Look, that's the space gun, man. Very cool.
There we go.
Yeah, easy. Hey, Catherine.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
I'm ready.
We need
What
to transfer our
button?
minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Hold on a bit. Oh, okay, so we're gonna do it at the same time? What if
are you
something
waiting
goes
for?
wrong?
Bracing myself.
Well, push the button when you're done.
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
Alright.
It's an
Aye.
amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Why am I not uploading?
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth.
Dude, 15 seconds. Catherine, what? Like, mine is not uploading. I knew it. Oh, it's going past it?
10 seconds. 9. 8.
Oh, dude, I can feel it.
7. 6.
You gotta be kidding me.
4. 3. 2.
Yeah, we made it!
I think we did. But something's gonna be a problem. I think we did. Alright.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I got it. I understand.
I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars.
Yep,
We're
yep.
here.
No. We were
We
getting
took
on
the
arc. I
shortest
saw it.
one.
It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss.
Yeah,
We both did.
exactly.
Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
No, this is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there.
Yeah, Simon
and
5.
Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're
Yeah.
not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survives, that something lives on.
No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine. You lied. And I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
We are on the Ark, you idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance.
Fuck!
Okay.
Catherine? Please
Oh
don't leave
my
me alone.
god.
We are left on Earth, while our copies will live on. But you won't. In Simon's anger, he destroys the panel and Catherine has no way of returning. The station loses power and there's no more hope for Simon 3. It's alone, forever, in the dark. Now there is, however, one thing. Simon 4. When all hope is lost, we can get a glimpse of a place with a future. And just like in life, we know exactly what we left behind. But this Simon, thinking everything worked, don't know what we do.
Welcome! If you're reading this, you have successfully entered the Ark. This survey is designed to give the developers a better understanding of your subjective experience, and how to improve your well-being. Catherine, did you build this bridge? Are we gonna live in a forest? No, we're not. I can see some skyscrapers over there. Dude, I'm gonna get me a flat that is on the top of the highest one. Look at this, pretty awesome. Look at that. Oh, Catherine?
Catherine! I can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
In Soma, consciousness is central. The protagonist, Simon, is brought into a future where humans have scanned their minds and uploaded their consciousness into machines. This concept questions whether consciousness is simply data, if it can be copied, stored, and transferred. Then what is it truly? Simon's journey, filled with encounters with people who exists only as uploaded minds within machines, questions the reality and continuity of self. I feel the game pushes players to ask if a consciousness can be copied. Is there an original self? Does each copy hold the same rights and emotional weight as the original? What happens to the identity when multiple versions of oneself exists? This is a parallel. A real-life philosophical discussion about the self. In essence, Soma suggests that consciousness might be a mere pattern of information, rather than something sacred or unique. And if this is true, it implies that the soul, if it exists, may not be tethered to a physical body or a singular consciousness, but rather is a series of experiences and memories. As we saw, Simon experiences moments where he realizes he is no longer his original body. He has been transferred. The horrifying realization that he is a copy challenges his sense of identity. For the players, this raises questions about what it means to be you. If you can upload a mind into a machine, is it still you? Or does the new entity with your memories and personality merge? This also ties into real-life philosophy. If the physical body doesn't define itself, then what does? Is identity tied to our memories, our emotions, or something beyond that? In exploring the ideas of copied consciousness, Soma questions the existence of a soul. Traditional views suggest that the soul is a non-physical essence that makes someone fundamentally themselves. But playing Soma, we challenge this. The game's world operates as if a human can be reduced to data. This reductionist view reflects materialistic perspectives that argue the soul doesn't exist independently. It is simply an emergent property of the brain. Yet the game also evokes the emotional side of the soul. Characters in Soma are not simply data. They have hopes, they have fears and desires, and they struggle with the terrifying possibility of ceasing to exist. In this sense, Soma subtly proposes that the soul could be an emotional concept, a narrative that we create to feel continuity in our sense of self, and also to grapple with the fear of death and non-existence. Soma is steeped in the philosophy of mind, particularly in the ideas of dualism, the mind and body as separate, versus monism, where the mind is a product of the brain. The game's world operates under the assumption that if conscious can be copied, there's no immutable soul, it's just a digital clone. This perspective aligns with monist views that all aspects of the self, including the soul, could be brain-based functions. However, Soma also provokes the players to think beyond its reductionist view. The psychological horror stems from Simon's struggle to accept his new identity. Despite being data, he still feels the real pain, fear, and longing, and this leads to one of the in-game's core questions. Is a digital existence any less real if you experience it? I think the message of Soma is unsettling. If we can copy consciousness, then we are not as special or unique as we believe. The game implies that humanity's conception of self may be more fragile than we realize. It doesn't fully deny the existence of a soul, but it suggests that if the soul exists, it may be something we create internally, just to give ourselves a meaning and continuity. In real life, this is comparable to the theories that view the soul as a psychological construct, a comforting idea to help us face mortality. The horror of Soma is not just about survival, but about confronting the limits of our understanding of identity and the possibility that what we hold as sacred may be less secure than we imagine. Soma paints a picture of identity as fragmented and impermanent. The terrifying ambiguity of who we are and whether we have a soul is left open, haunting the player as much as the dark corridors of the game's setting. By immersing players in a world where copies of oneself can exist, where real is merely a perception, Soma asks the ultimate question. Is the soul merely an illusion, or is it something deeper? A spark that even data cannot capture. Soma, a beautiful game that not only was a few hours of joy, was a great game that gave me memories, ideas, and situation I think about today. The seed to begin asking the bigger questions about life, about soul and our behavior. What does it all mean? And who is the real me? And can I even be called real? What makes anything real, and what makes anything have a soul? Do the soul transfer? And who gets the soul if both are alive? And if the soul goes to heaven when we die, can two identical souls gain access? Or is my place taken if my clone dies first? The beautiful game gives us so many profound questions, and even if we possibly can't answer those anytime soon, one thing is for sure: this game was well worth my time. If you enjoyed me doing my first retrospective or psychological analysis of this video, then let me know in the comments. And I do think that doing retrospective videos in the ambience that they fit in is just right. And thank you for telling me to play this game that made me unable to forget it until I made this video. So thank you, and I see you guys again. And oh, you can turn up the volume and open your eyes. The spoilers are over.